Guys, listen up. Your freezer could be the key to saving you money. You can pack it with extra food you bought while on sale and fill it up with delicious meals that will save you from ordering takeout on busy nights. Food expert Andrea Buckett is with me with her best tips on making the most out of your freezer.
Yes.
And if you want these recipes, of course, we've got the QR code that people can scan and follow along. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lindsay.
And it's all about prep, right? And how you pack that freezer.
Absolutely. So first of all, you want to make sure your freezer is at the right temperature.
Okay.
So that's around 37, 38 degrees Celsius. And you want to make sure that you're taking things out of it that you've put in it first, okay? So you want to make sure it's, when you put something in, you should typically label it and say what it is. Date is helpful, all right, I know. But also don't stack everything on top of each other. We don't want to stack everything on top of each other. Lindsay, you're looking guilty here.
Well, I'm just thinking about, like, do you have, you know how people have organizers in the fridge?
Yes.
Like, do you do that in your freezer?
Absolutely not. And I only have, I personally only have a drawer freezer, but I try to stack everything, even bags of fruit or like these things that we have here. I try to stack them, and I try to, every time I go shopping, look in my freezer, pull stuff out. What am I going to make tonight? Yeah. What can I put in there now? I
know. We do, like, toward the end of the week, we'll try to do, like, freezer dinner when we grab stuff out. But there's a lot of items here that I didn't even know you could freeze. So let's walk through some of those.
So off the top, this is what you're going to do with things that you see on your counter that are going off. So citrus, I know this has been a really popular one. You can freeze citrus whole and then take it out and use the zest. And then when you cut it open, that juice really runs quite freely, so you get a lot of juice. You could do it in wedges. You could do it in slices for tea. So, you know, if you buy a bag of lemons and you see them going off, put them in a bag and pop them in your freezer.
Do you put anything in it with them? Just straight up?
Straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. Next is, I know a lot of people think about freezing fresh proteins. If you cook proteins, like if you cook ground beef or you do chicken and you have leftovers and you know you're not going to get to it that week, put it in a freezer bag, put it in the freezer, date it, and then you can take it out and put it in stews or soups or enchiladas. Chicken, just straight up shredded chicken.
It looks weird for sure.
I know, because it's already, it's already cooked.
I was like, what is that?
This is already cooked.
No, if you had a sauce on that, could you do that or no?
Absolutely. Like if you have a gravy or something, store that. Like when I do turkey, if you do turkey for Easter or something, I put gravy in there, and then you can heat it up and put it on a piece of toast for like a hot turkey sandwich.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
Yes.
Tomato, you know that's my favorite food.
Well, you can, now these are cut in half, but you could absolutely pop those into a freezer bag whole. And when they come out and thaw, the skin actually slips free from them quite easily. And then you can use them in soups and stews and pasta sauces.
Are you putting anything on those?
Absolutely not.
Where did you get, also, I need to know where you got these tomatoes. They look amazing.
That's courtesy of Jason Scrobar.
Jason Scrobar? I'm going to talk to you later. And what's this one?
Okay, so another thing is grains. Think quinoa, rice, any kind of grain that you're making. If it's cooked, you can freeze it and then use it later. That's a big one. People throw out a lot of grains that are cooked. Freeze them flat. Again, see, this stuff can all be stacked, right, in your freezer, stood up.
That's great.
And then last but not least, of course, what are these? Baked goods.
Baked goods. I was like, pound cake?
Pound cake. You could freeze it, you know, in individual portions and pop it in a bag.
You know what? That's another note too, right? Do it in portion sizes. Because
100%.
Have you ever tried to like get the chicken away from the other chicken that I've frozen together? Because all of a sudden I've ended up with too much chicken, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So
anything that you have hanging out in your pantry or your, you know, your cupboard, chop the stuff up, put it in a bag. Nothing special has to be done. They'll say blanch it, don't blanch it. I don't have time to blanch stuff.
I don't even know what that means.
We're just going to chop it, put it in a freezer bag, perfect for soups, stews, sauces, stir fries.
I understand that.
Dairy, 100%. If you find butter on sale, stock up. Just throw the whole pound in there. Yeah, throw the whole pound in there. Sour cream, you can absolutely do. It gets a bit lumpy, but just stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it. And once you put it on top of your chili, you're not even going to notice it. And then, of course, we've got delicious.
What is this?
This is a stromboli. Things that you may not have thought that you can freeze. This is a stromboli. So think pizza. It's got sausage. Freeze those in individual portions. And then double batch on things like enchiladas. Freeze one, eat one, heat it up in the oven.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know what I was doing with the kids is a sort of a version of this, so they can pop one in the microwave in the morning
like
with the eggs.
Yeah, 100%.
With eggs in the morning. This is fantastic.
Good.
It's always good.
Good.
It is good to see you as always.
Thanks,
as well.
Lindsay.
I'm going to remind everyone that QR code again. It is on your screen in case you want these recipes or these tips. Andrea, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. This looks to live.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.